of you, your father recently passed, so he is wanting to let you know that though you will miss him sitting there physically, his spirit, his consciousness is still going to be a part of the community, the family conversation. Your father also wants to remind you that for those that are still grieving, regardless of when your father had passed, he is saying that thank you. Thank you for showing how much affection you have for him. But he is also saying that I'm not going to tell you when to stop, because human emotion, your emotion is yours and you're entitled to that. But he is wanting to let you know to make sure you are reaching out to support, community, family, somebody you can trust, professional, to express your challenges with grief and your struggle, and to get some help if you need help. But sometimes you don't know that you need help. So your father is saying that he's not going to tell you when to stop grieving, but to not internalize it all by yourself, to make sure you are sharing the internal struggle that you are experiencing with grief. Because he knows that for human, grief can be very painful, challenging, and sometimes it could last so long that we can get stuck in the sadness and really stuck in what had happened in the past. Nonetheless, your father is letting you know that he loves you. He loves you. He supports you. He is with you. And going back, he's pointing at this. So going back to the heart, that he is always with you. And though this is just an imagery of how he could articulate where he resides, he's saying that I'm in your heart. I'll always be in your heart, is what I'm hearing him say. And so this is the message from your deceased father. So let's take a look at your oracle cards for this reading. I appreciate and thank each of you for those that are engaging with me in the comments. It lets me know that indeed we have a community here, and give and take, right? So it helps me and encourages me to know how my reading is supporting you during this time of grief and healing. So thank you so much for your engagement. Okay, so we'll keep that one there. Don't let your past hold you back. Oh my, your father was just talking about that towards the end, right? So I think there's enough there, message for that. So I'm not even going to beat the horse or something like that is the terminology. The Andean cross, number 2. So what I am hearing here is that, like, you are connected. You are very connected to your father. And to some of you, your connection started after or while he is passing. You may not have had that relationship when he was alive and super conscious humanly, but now you have a connection. And your father is saying, thank you for connecting with him, and do not question the connection. There is a connection. Ultimately, we are all connected. Though our perception of that connection is different person to person, but the connection is always existing, whether you acknowledge it or not, is what I'm hearing. Okay. Higher power. Ooh, I love this. Number 4. 4 is a number of stability, but higher power. So for those of you who you are, it seems like you are bringing in, or continuing, I should say, the legacy of your father and your family. And for those who have connection to let me rephrase that. For those who are practicing your spiritual gifts and ability. So this one is the third eye. So that's what's being shown on here. It seems like your father is going to help you. Like your father seems like, for those who can receive it, your father is now or is going to be one of your guides, not because they've been given that position and role, but because they are part of the universal guidance, spiritual higher power that guides each of us, that manifests in different forms. So your father, for those that can receive it, is going to be now one of your guide. You can just say my guide, or you can actually relate to your guide as your father, is what I'm hearing. So higher power, there's a lot of good connection here. And this one also says, I have power. It is real. Wow. I love this for you. So it seems like your connection to your father and connection to the unknown is being strengthened during this time, right now, if it hasn't already, in the upcoming days. And that's all I can say right now, to like watch and see how it unfolds for you. So let's see here. Let's pull you a couple tea leaves. This one says, scales, keep your life in balance. Keep down there. Keep your life in balance, it says. This one. Goldfish, increase in material wealth or spiritual growth. Hey, look at that. I love when they do that. And for this particular group of spiritual guides, it's your father helping us, helping you, and indeed confirming that your spiritual connection strength is growing. So I appreciate each of you once again. Thank you for your community and your presence here.